Hey everyone, and welcome to another Star Wars figure review. This time it is for Lobot from the Vintage Collection. This figure came out, it's kind of coming out now. It came out, I'd say the end of December, is when they started really showing up in Targets first. And I think now they're starting to show up in Walmarts here and there. It's a little delayed on Walmart's part, but there's never really a set date as to when these are going to be coming out anyway. It's just kind of whenever the shipments show up and they can get to stores. So yeah, I think this was projected to be like the first wave for 2022, but like I said, they were showing up the end of 2021. And yeah, it's a great figure. Here's his, really pops on the orange of his card back. I'll move him out of the way for a second. Just looking as stoic as always. Some troopers behind him. You can see that him and Lando made short work of these troopers here. Get the focus on Mr. Lobot himself. Yes, no, maybe so. Looks like a no. Alright. Let's focus in. There we go. Yeah, he is a great figure. Even just the head sculpt alone. Just looks absolutely perfect. Perfect likeness. The photoreal tech they've been doing is just awesome. He's got a bunch of detail along the back of his little computer thing. He's got his puffy sleeves. Translated as well as it could be, I suppose. I know people have complained about the articulation in the waist, but I always love some good waist articulation. Prefer that over like a swivel. It doesn't get much forward, which is a shame. But yeah, a lot of people said like, oh, give him a swivel and we won't have this kind of break in the chest, because like his design, it's nice and fluid and in the movies and stuff, but it's fine. Honestly, I love that he's got all this articulation that he would never use in the movies, but the action figures are for us to use our imaginations and do the things that they didn't do in the movies. Have them team up with random characters. We've got, you could team up with Dr. Aphra at some point. It's my son in the background. Ignore that. I think he uses young Lando's legs and shoes. And it's nice like sleek pant all the way down. And he's got all that articulation you need. The only thing that gets in the way is the kind of like that little bell bottom boot cut leg there, which is worse on the new Lando as far as like being able to articulate his ankles. But Lobot he can get up on them tippy toes. Yeah, he can get in all sorts of poses. And I noticed that with this wave of figures, the articulation for like the hips and stuff is much smoother in these figures, whether it be Lobot or Bib Fortuna, I'm pretty sure uses the exact same legs underneath. They're very smooth articulation for them, which is nice. I always hate having to struggle with like the hip articulation when it is like kind of like the disc joints, but these are more of like a inset kind of disc style. Definitely pegs up into like the waist still, but like Lando, they've got those big old. Put them down for a second. They have those big old like discs in the thigh there. They really show on the sides, which is a shame. Not sure why they tend to deviate away from something like this where it's very, very hidden. It's like, it's just in the, it's just on the inner thigh. Don't really see it. But yeah, you get Lobot in. Some fun poses. He'd definitely be able to kneel if you tinkered with him a little bit. I don't feel like tinkering with him a little bit. But, yeah, I took some fun shots of him kind of vaulting over like a fence. Because I want everybody to know that Lobot is an acrobatic death machine. And he's not to be taken lightly. That is not his blaster. He killed a stormtrooper with his bare hands and took that blaster from him. Yeah, it is a fun figure. I don't think it needs to be a very long review this time. Not too many comparisons or anything. Just kind of talking about how he's a fun figure. If you passed on him, pick him up. He can be a background character, if anything, for like some shots if you're into that stuff. Definitely fun. Just like used him in the shot because the Mithril because he's fun. He's a fun guy for like the background. So it looks like a mechanic or something with the outfit he's got on. And you can use Lobot as just kind of like, just like he is with Lando as like in some kind of aide or assistant. Doesn't have to be to Lando, can be to anybody. Especially if like you have him like facing backwards or something, or just kind of walking by. Definitely a good pickup. But he can be hard to find because for whatever reason they packed him one per case. They did, what was the case assortment? It was 2 Queels, 2 Bo-Katans, 1 Lobot, 1 Mithril, and 2 Bib Fortunas, I think. So the Mithril and Lobot are the single packed ones. Pretty sure that's how it was. But regardless, it's frustrating when there are single packed figures, especially when we're getting a lot of stores that get like 1 case at a time. So it's like if somebody gets there and they want to get most of the figures, like they're gonna scoop up the single packed ones, and that can be very frustrating for us collectors. And also with the paint apps, the way they've been doing them with the photoreal, it's like if they don't look perfect, it shows up really. It's very apparent. Luckily, with the case I found with for these guys, they all had nice, clean applications. Like, look at that. It's awesome. Eyebrows look good. Eyes look good, nice and straight. Lips look good, no over spillage or anything. Looks awesome. Great figure. And yeah, that's my review of Lobot. So, yeah, if you'll stand up. It's not his ability. It's not his feet, it's the grating that he's standing on. The floor. It's got a lot of holes in it. Because it's safe, right? But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. This is Lobot Vintage Collection. Might luck out finding them in stores about now. I think they're pretty widespread, but like I said, he's 1 per case, so it can be a little difficult. If you're at a Walmart, you'll have to dig through the Landos, unfortunately. I think Target's fared a little better with selling off a lot of that product. I heard from somebody that worked at Walmart that they got like a whole case of Landos at one time, like a straight case of Landos. So that's probably not helping their situation very much. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Follow me on Instagram, also JohnRunner88. I'll be posting some pictures up there. Usually do that. Do some glam shots of the backgrounds I set up for my reviews, and do some dioramas. And I also post diorama days on here whenever I feel like it. So yeah, just subscribe and you'll see those popping up. I do premieres usually, so give you a little notification if that's coming up soon. I've got Lobot coming up now, and I think is it Tebow the Ewok? I think I'm going to be doing him next. So keep an eye out for that. And if it's a while past this premiere date, then he might already be up, and go check it out. I'm going to have a lot of fun with that one. But it's raining today, so I couldn't do it today, which is a little frustrating. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Bye, guys.